Welcome to Vetted Shorts, your trusted dossier for the world's most mysterious cryptids, unexplained phenomena, and the cosmic secrets lurking just beneath the surface of accepted history. Today, we're cracking open one of the most debated, provocative, and enduring alien theories ever chronicled: the story of the Anunnaki. Are these powerful beings from Sumerian antiquity just mythological gods? Or are they extraterrestrial visitors whose genetic fingerprints remain hidden within humanity itself? Buckle up, because this tale blends ancient history, cosmic conspiracy, and high-stakes twists that might just change how you see the world. Let's step back to one of the cradles of civilization: ancient Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq. Here, more than 6,000 years ago, the Sumerians chiseled strange, cuneiform tales into clay tablets, tales referencing sky gods they called the Anunnaki. But are these just stories, or do they reveal an ancient contact between mankind and a powerful alien master race? First, let's break down their physical description. The Anunnaki aren't your typical little green men. According to the records, and more recently the controversial translations of Zecharia Sitchin, they're described as tall, muscular humanoids, radiating an almost divine authority. Some legends claim they stood up to 10 to even 12 feet tall, with features that were simultaneously human and other, like eyes that shimmered impossibly handsome faces and an eerie sense of command. But what about their behavior? Sitchin and other alternative researchers pinpoint the Anunnaki as something far stranger than mere deities. They're described as scientists, genetic engineers in fact, who manipulated early hominids, fusing their own DNA with primitive Earth dwellers to birth Homo sapiens, the very ancestors of modern humanity. Most disturbing of all is the alleged motive behind this experiment. The Anunnaki, according to these tales, came not in benevolence or curiosity, but out of self-interest. Their own home planet, often referred to as Nibiru, was in dire need of gold, a metal with rare cosmic properties. The labor was harsh, the conditions brutal, and the job, well, it was digging for precious gold under the Mesopotamian sun. Now, if your spine isn't tingling yet, let's up the ante. The classic Sumerian god myth, that of Enki, Enlil, and Anu, is reinterpreted by Sitchin as interstellar family dynamics, powerful Anunnaki siblings vying for dominance, playing chess with entire civilizations across millennia. Before you dismiss this as fiction, remember, many of these details come directly from ancient Sumerian records, their symbolism ripe for alternate readings. Statues, carvings, and inscriptions abound of towering figures holding mysterious devices, and of winged gods descending amidst thunderclouds. But let's zoom in. Who was Zecharia Sitchin, and why is his version so controversial? Born in Azerbaijan in 1920 and raised in Palestine, Sitchin was a journalist and self-taught scholar of Sumerian texts. In 1976, he released The 12th Planet, a bombshell that reinterpreted thousands of years of cuneiform, myth, and legend as proof of ancient extraterrestrial contact. Sitchin argued that the Anunnaki came from Nibiru, a rogue planet in a massive, elongated orbit around our sun. Returning to Earth every 3,600 years, he decoded Sumerian star maps as interstellar flight plans. Allegedly, the Sumerian king lists, with their bizarre reigns lasting thousands of years, describe not legendary kings but ruling dynasties of Anunnaki overlords. Here's where it gets weirder. According to these stories, the Anunnaki created humans as laborers, but soon found them too intelligent, too rebellious. There are stories of a great flood, a deluge, that Anunnaki factions used as their reset button, pushing humanity to the brink of extinction. Sitchin's work draws intense criticism from mainstream scholars. They argue his translations distort and cherry-pick Sumerian texts, blending modern science fiction with ancient stories. Officially, mainstream archaeology sees the Anunnaki as entirely mythological, a pantheon dreamed up by a civilization seeking to explain their world, not by extraterrestrial encounter. But here's the tension that keeps this theory alive. The Sumerians left behind advanced astronomical knowledge, accurate depictions of the solar system's planets, including ones invisible to the naked eye, and persistent depictions of humans in the service of gods who wielded unearthly technology. Let's dig deeper into the Anunnaki archetype, the ancient astronaut. They aren't described as emissaries of peace or wisdom. They're masters, taskmasters, even gods of wrath. Their agenda is, at best, neutral, at worst, openly malevolent. This perspective turns popular alien lore on its head. Unlike the Greys or Nordics, supposedly curious or benevolent visitors. The Anunnaki are cast as rulers, indifferent to human suffering, motivated by their own needs. For some, this fits uncomfortably well with the oppression, hierarchy, and gold obsession seen throughout ancient societies. Twist number 1. What if the Anunnaki never left? According to some contactee researchers, echoes of their command structure live on in the elite classes and secret societies of today, with gold retaining almost ritual importance in international finance and symbolism. And then what about their technology? In ancient tales, the Anunnaki wielded devices with functions nearly indistinguishable from magic: flying skyboats, weapons that unleashed storms, tablets of destiny controlling fate itself. One particularly compelling detail is the alleged genetic evidence. Modern studies show that Homo sapiens appeared with a mysterious genetic leap, sudden advancements in cognition, spoken language, and social organization around 200,000 years ago. Is this the fingerprint of Anunnaki technology or coincidence? Of course, it's not just textual evidence. Some point to the sudden emergence of monumental architecture, ziggurats, pyramids, and megaliths that align with astronomical phenomena. Were these constructions the product of Sumerian genius, or did the Anunnaki, or their human intermediaries, provide the blueprints? Twist number 2, multiple cultures describe gods teaching them civilizing arts, writing, mathematics, agriculture. In Mesoamerica, Egypt, and India, similar beings appear with power over the heavens. Are these stories reflections of the same visiting force? But hold up, let's get skeptical for a moment. The Anunnaki theory relies heavily on reimagining mythology as a literal history. Mainstream linguists reject Sitchin's method, noting translation errors and confirmation bias. The gold argument is also seen as suspect. Why would an advanced species need humans to mine for resources they could synthesize or extract via technology? Yet the theory persists, resonating with people disenchanted with official history. Its popularity has sparked countless documentaries, novels, even video games centered on the Anunnaki as master manipulators, an enduring archetype of power and control. We can't ignore the timeline. According to Sitchin, the Anunnaki's home planet, Nibiru, has a 3,600-year orbit, meaning that at intervals, their world comes dangerously close to ours. Is it possible that ancient disasters, mass extinctions, or even unexplained historical events are echoes of past Anunnaki interventions? Even within mystical traditions, echoes remain. Gnosticism, Kabbalah, and Sumerian myth all reference gods, angels, or watchers who shape human destiny, sometimes as liberators, sometimes as jailers. Twist number 3. Recent whistleblowers and insiders claim that world governments have encountered evidence, ancient artifacts, anomalous DNA, and historic secrets that suggest advanced beings once ruled Earth. Is this conspiracy or cover-up? Let's circle back to the core. Why are the Anunnaki so enduring, so captivating in our collective imagination? Perhaps it's because their tale is a mirror. In a world haunted by inequality and ancient mysteries, the idea of a master race, powerful, aloof, perhaps even still pulling the strings, feels both terrifying and familiar. Moreover, some see philosophical lessons here. Reminders to question official narratives, investigate our origins, and recognize the shadows cast by the powerful. Here's something wild. Mainstream science is now open to the idea of panspermia, the seeding of life across planets. While not evidence for Anunnaki per se, it does nudge open the door for extraterrestrial influence in Earth's distant past. Whatever the truth, ancient Mesopotamian art and myth endure. The winged figures, the epic king lists, the cryptic stories, these leave enough ambiguity to tantalize believers and debunkers alike. So what did the ancients believe? For them, the Anunnaki were the givers of kingship, law, and fate. Temples were erected, sacrifices made, and priests claimed direct communion with these sky lords. But if the Anunnaki were real aliens, and not just gods or metaphors, where did they go? Did they leave, promising to return, as some traditions claim? Or are they still here, hidden in plain sight, manipulating from the shadows? Others posit the Anunnaki's influence is more subtle, encoded in our very DNA, social systems, and unexplained ancient wisdom that has steered human civilization since the dawn of time. Of course, the true test comes down to evidence. To date, no artifact, skeleton, or confirmed text proves Sitchin's version, But as long as enigmatic artifacts emerge, such as the Baghdad Battery, the Sumerian King List, or advanced mathematical tablets, the legend lives on. Twist number 4. In 2017, an amateur archaeologist claimed to discover a stasis chamber beneath the ruins of an Iraqi ziggurat. A chamber lined with gold and carved with figures resembling both gods and aliens. The story faded under a wave of denials, but online forums still buzz over what was or wasn't found. Why gold? Here's a fun fact. Gold is the most non-reactive of metals, resistant to tarnish, radiation, and decay, which is why it's used in astronauts' helmet visors and high-tech electronics even today. The idea of cosmic uses for gold isn't as far out as you might think. So the Anunnaki question persists. Is this the oldest alien case file in history? A cautionary myth about power and servitude? Or just a mind-bending misreading of ancient stories? Could there be something extraordinary waiting beneath the sands of Iraq? One last tablet, one more artifact that tips the scale? Or is the Anunnaki legend simply a reflection of our own search for meaning? A cosmic mirror pointing us back to our own origins, to the unending question, who truly made us? Before we wrap up, consider this. If our ancestors could imagine such powerful rulers from the stars, what might we discover as our own technology advances? Might we soon find evidence, out there or within ourselves, that we are not and never have been alone? From golden tablets to alien masters, the Anunnaki story stands as one of history's grandest enigmas, combining faith, science, conspiracy, and the enduring human fascination with what lies beyond. So what do you think? Are the Anunnaki our cosmic creators, or just humanity's ultimate cautionary tale? Do you believe there's more to these ancient legends, or is it all just misinterpreted symbolism? We want to know your thoughts. Light up the comments with your questions, theories, and doubts. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this deep dive from Vetted Shorts, hit that like button, subscribe for more dossiers on the unknown, and tell us, what alien races, ancient mysteries, or cosmic secrets should we cover next? Thanks for watching, and keep your eyes on the stars. There might be more truth in our oldest stories than you'd ever imagine.